All right, good morning. Boys here. I'm heading to the site now to restart up this project. But, I was thinking, you got to understand something. A lot of people out there are not doing well. They're not doing well. They have a lot of drama. They have a lot of controversy. They have a lot of friction. They have a lot of socioeconomic problems in their lives. And it's pretty sad to see people that present themselves in a way on social media. But personally, their lives are just going through a literal hell. And this is what we've created. And this is why it's so important to understand and to watch people through a spiritual lens. Because people can put on the talk, people can put on the fringes, people can put on the head wraps, people can stand in front of a camera and do a video like Rufus, claiming that he working when all he doing is shooting a video. But in the backdrop, something else is going on. I say that to say that we have to look at the facts, data, and statistics associated with the current situation and the evisceration of the middle class. When I really think about it, if you take a dozen people, 2 dozen people, just plug them off the social media, they are literally the working poor. They're working 2-3 jobs, dead-end jobs, ain't going nowhere, and struggling to pay the bills, struggling to pay the rent. Life is just not good. And I've been blessed enough to be in a situation where I can help people, where I have excess resources. And a lot of people, they get offended and you're arrogant. And no, I'm just stating a truth. The Most High has blessed the labor of my hands. He has given me the increase when we look at the blessings in Deuteronomy. Whether it's my storehouse, my flock, the health, the family, the peace. It's there. So you know when someone is not at peace because you recognize peace because you live it. And you can't live peace if you don't have the Prince of Peace in your life, if you don't have order in your life. There are a lot of people out there that are hurting. And you're seeing the tent cities pop up left and right. It's just an epidemic now. Tent cities, people stacked on top of one another like sardines and ain't getting ahead. So-called call themselves doing community. It's bad out there. And what I've come to find is that a lot of people are in the situation because of their own poor choices and decisions. And for those of us that are in a position where we can't genuinely help out people that are in need, you better make sure that whoever you're helping out, you're helping out. And when you've checked them out, you can understand that it wasn't as a direct result of poor choices and decisions. I mean, just a total mismanagement of finances, relationships. I mean, because see, these people, they're in the situations they're in, not because of, hey, my house burnt down, or, I just lost my car, and, just a series of unfortunate events. They're in the situation that they're in because of poor choices and decisions. What I found is that you help out people that have been put in this situation, it always comes back to bite you. I mean, I've helped out people in the past, giving them a nice warm meal, a hot meal, a warm bed, a fireplace, a place to wash their ass, internet access. If they needed anything, I gave it to them. What was mine was theirs, theirs was mine. They weren't eating noodles while I was eating steak. Hey, man, we all can have steak and all salmon, or or venison, because it's all in there together. Am I making sense? Am I making sense? But when you have people that are just literally screw-ups, they're not going to appreciate what you're doing for them. And what's going to happen is that they're going to begin to leech off of you and feel envious and jealous of you. Could you imagine coming in and you're helping a brother out in his family and they're eating better than they've ever eaten? They're in a safe, clean environment, and they look at you and they feel as though that they should have what you have, even though that they didn't put in the work. And they start looking at you with an evil eye, with an envious and jealous eye, because you're helping them out, because they aspire to be in the situation that you are in. And this is how it works. This is how it works. This is why I'm very careful in this day and age about associating with people that are not doing well, that are full of drama and controversy and financial problems. They're always going through some shit. And they're going through some shit as a direct result of poor choices and decisions that they continue to make, and you talk to them and they just don't want to change. They don't want to change their mind. They don't want to go down to a new path, a new course of direction, and their life continues to end up to be shit. I leave those people alone. Hey, I'm doing I'm homeless. So that's hey man, you got a cabin, this and the third, but how do you think that you have the audacity to assess my resources and to interject yourself into those resources when you weren't invited and wasn't even offered? The arrogance of people, an inflated sense of self-worth that's derived off of the shit that they took last night. Literally, that's what it's derived off of. Nothing. The defecation that they did the night before. Stay away from these folks. Help out people and work with people that got for the lack of better, that they got their shit together, and that's on a trajectory that's going to bring stability, peace, tranquility, love, and happiness in their lives. Because a lot of people, they ain't doing it. They ain't doing it. Look at these Christian churches. Man, the damn, it's packed in there. I mean, damn, there is no room in that parking lot. But this is what you're dealing with. This is what you need to be cognizant of. Guard your heart, guard your resources, guard it all. Because I'm telling you, as people, as things get worse and worse, because we're not in bad to worse. We're going from worse to degrees of worse. And who's going to feel it the most? Who is it going to hit the most? Who do you think? Huh? Who do you think is going to devastate the most? The working poor, the middle class that's being demoted to the working poor, and the working poor that is being demoted to this straight out living on a damn cardboard box or a tent on the side of the street. Nobody ever says, hey, listen here, you got to go and you got to watch what they talk about, or these interviews of these people that are in these tent cities. And you listen to their stories. They were former accountants, managers, millionaires. I mean, all sorts of people. Single mothers, dads, a plethora of single mothers. And they never thought that they'd be living in a tent on Skid Row. They never think that they'd be in Bidenville. They had Hooverville. We got Bidenville now. Look it up. They ain't knew nothing new under the sun. but they never thought that they'd be in that situation. And this is where a lot of people are headed. It's sad. It really is unfortunate. But you better make sure at the end of the day that you are helping those who help themselves.